This bar is all in on Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin bar.
A Bitcoin bar? Mate, Bitcoin is just internet money.
Physical Bitcoin spaces are a relatively new phenomenon.
There's Satoshi's Place in Manchester, England, Pubkey in New York, the Bitcoin Embassy Bar in Mexico City, while this is the world's latest and most bombastic Bitcoin bar
In Bulgaria's capital city, Sofia.
Okay.
Abso-bloody-lutely everything is Bitcoin themed. From the Bitcoin sign on the door to the Lightning Network ATM, the Bitcoin artwork all around the bar, the custom Bitcoin merch, an upcoming museum of Bitcoin hardware wallets, Bitcoin board games, Bitcoin books, and Bitcoin burgers.
Right.
The giant LED Bitcoin sign and 3D Bitcoin printed logos, a basement Bitcoin Lightning Network gaming room, and a Bitcoin mad owner.
Oh, Plamen. Yeah, I know Plamen.
Yes, Plamen has evolved from Plamen the software developer to Plamen the barman at the Bulgarian Bitcoin Bar.
Plamen the barman. I like that. All right, I'm in.
As well as, what do punters think of the Bitcoin bar and why visit? Why does this machine eat coins?
What does a 50 note look like? Why am I wearing this Bulgarian football shirt and silly hat?
Is accepting Bitcoin even legal? And if so, how?
Yes, we'll answer that. And we'll hear that reportedly Satoshi Nakamoto visited the bar. And we'll learn why the bar was...
It's the worst investment I ever made.
This is the Bulgarian Bitcoin Bar.
Hello from an absolutely horrid day in Bulgaria. But what better to do than warm up in a Bitcoin themed bar? Yep, it's Bitcoin themed. Let's go check it out.
Welcome to the Bitcoin Bar.
Yeah. Where are we starting?
At the big B, obviously,
Plamen saw one of these on Amazon, but it was.
but it's too small.
So they built a giant custom one because, well,
It really sets the mood of a Bitcoin bar.
then Plamen showed me the visitors wall.
So we have to obviously add you.
And we did. Then Plamen showed us the beginnings of a Bitcoin hardware wallet museum,
No shitcoins?
as well as the artwork that Plamen created. Just kidding. It's 2024, so he painted it with...
Midjourney.
Plus, there's some unique traditional artwork. If you shine a light on this piece by...
Pamela Georgieva.
Thank you, Plamen. Then it reveals hidden messages. Finally, before devouring the Bitcoin-themed menu, I enjoyed a crash course on hyperinflation with bills of money. But these aren't just regular bills or notes. They're in fact...
Actual, real German marks.
So we start with 5 marks from...
1917. Touch them. Okay, you fill the paper. I'll let you fill one of the papers later.
Just 5 years later, in 1922, the Weimar government printed the 5,000 marks note. And 1 year later, the government prints the 500,000 note. But it rapidly got worse, the 500 million note.
This is not a mistake because this is 500 million. This is 5 million. So from 500k we went to 5 million, then to 500 million, and this is still in the same year. Touch the paper though.
It felt so cheap, and even worse,
It's single printed.
before it reached the 5 billion mark note. It's staggering that the currency hyperinflated so fast in just 7 years.
So for 7 years, I saw Bitcoin going from 3,000 to 50,000 where it is today. So it went up. Well, this thing went 1 billion times down.
A fun history lesson, right? But sadly, hyperinflation is not a lesson that is confined to history. Inflation occurs in all government currencies, including your own, while hyperinflation affects at least 12 countries worldwide, impacting the daily lives of hundreds of millions of people. Once governments start debasing their currency through inflation, it is very hard to stop. But like Plamen says, the value of his Bitcoin is going up over a medium-term time frame. In fact, since recording this video in February, Bitcoin has gone up another $10,000 and has hit all-time highs in loads of currencies. Right, let's get back to the tour.
We're just going downstairs into the whale area. You have to have how many Bitcoins to get in here, Plamen?
At least 10. That's the minimum.
At least 10 Bitcoin, which at today's price is $500,000. Yeah. What's it in Lev? How much Lev is it? Like
a million.
A million Lev. You have to be a millionaire to come down here. It's the millionaire's lair. Whoa, what is going on here?
This is going to be a gaming room.
Oh, a gaming room. That was my next guess.
Enough playing around. What can I do with Bitcoin at the bar? Sell it for cash.
And another thing the Bitcoin Bar allows you to do is to buy fiat currency.
Yes. So it's non-KYC, cash out, or purchasing for sats.
Although it's very KYC because you know who I am.
You can, of course, pay for anything in Bitcoin here.
And so how does it work? How do I pay in Bitcoin for stuff?
So it's with the wallet of Sofia as well, but wallet of Sofia POS.
Ah, the
This is different.
POS.
Yeah, it's a different app.
Interesting.
You can also tip the waiters in Bitcoin. There is a Bitcoin Lightning ATM where you can swap coins for sats, small amounts for Bitcoin. And coming soon, there will be a physical Bitcoin ATM.
So I just got chicken tenders and a Coke, about to do some work. I now need to pay.
With the NFC this time.
Yeah, so scan NFC.
So even the food is Bitcoin themed at the Bitcoin bar, hence why this burger a Bitcoin B. So there's literally 12 people watching me eat this burger.
Right, let's get to know Plamen a bit more. His motivations, why he's doing it, and maybe if he's made some money.
So why have you created a Bitcoin bar?
I kid you not, it's the worst investment I ever made. Because I did it when Bitcoin was at $25,000. Right now it's at 50,000. So already lost half the money, right? And it's gonna get worse and worse. So I did the Bitcoin bar because no one else did. Literally. It's one of these things where someone needs to do it, and if no one else will, I'll have to do it. There are much bigger whales in Bulgaria than me. I'm not a whale at all. There are whales in Bulgaria, and they haven't done it. So it's like, if they're not gonna do it, I have to do it because it's an important tool for the community, for the Bitcoin adoption to be used. We have a gathering here. You see the full table of people. They're all Bitcoiners. They need this. They need the socializing together. They need to be able to see each other. Just have a community with physical presence. This is very important for Bitcoin adoption.
Have there been any funny stories or anything that surprised you?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the thing that they told us today. That Satoshi Nakamoto himself apparently entered the Bitcoin bar yesterday and said, like, I mined the first 3 blocks of Bitcoin and I need someone to help me get back my private key because he received it by email or something like that. So yeah, apparently from time to time some crazies do enter the bar. Outcome, just there is so much challenge because I'm a Bitcoiner, I'm a software engineer, I'm not a bar person. I'm not a, I never hit as a dream or as a goal to own a restaurant or a bar or something like that. So I do it out of necessity, not because it was something that I needed or I wanted.
Thanks, Plamen. We'll come back to the technical level soon. But first, let's ask some punters if it does satisfy this need.
Joe, by the way, lovely to meet you.
Lily.
Lily, good to meet you. Do you live in Sofia?
No, I'm Latvian. But
You're
I come
Latvian?
here quite often for work.
Have you noticed that this is a Bitcoin bar? You said,
That's why we're here, actually.
oh, you came here because you...
Specifically because of that, because this is Bitcoin Bar. Well, this is our first time here.
Oh, and what do you think? What are your
It's
impressions?
nice. We're just on the way to see the food. Drinks are good. It's cool. Yeah, it's nice.
And are you going to pay in Bitcoin?
We will try.
You'll try. Do you often pay in Bitcoin?
No, but we try to buy some properties in Spain, and some places are open-minded about that, even in London currently. So why not? Maybe in the future.
That's so cool. That's amazing that you looked for Bitcoin and came here specifically. Nice. Thank you so much, Lily.
Enjoy
Appreciate
your
it.
experience. Me too.
Just wanted to take a moment to explain what's going on here and some of the stories, as it's super interesting that people from all around Bulgaria, all around Sofia, are coming together as total strangers to meet in this place and talk about Bitcoin. And it's kind of like a social club or a sports team. They've got this one goal in mind, which is, the sports team winning or the social club doing whatever a social club does. And that's their sort of shared passion. And from that, they splinter off into having other conversations about other stuff, which is sort of tangential to the Bitcoin thing. And it's super convivial, super friendly. I mean, you can hear the laughter in the background. And I just wanted to mention one story. A really nice man called Marion, who I sat with at the bar, who said, don't film me, I'm worried about my privacy. And I totally get that. And this happens wherever I go with regards to the Bitcoin stuff, because of course, Bitcoin is privacy-centric technology. He basically said to me that he was on YouTube searching, how do I invest my money? And he stumbled on one of Plamen's videos, as Plamen is of course a big YouTuber in Bulgaria. He watched the video, understood, he says, about 10% of it, because the other 90% was like technical Bitcoin stuff. But he said of the 10% he understood, he started to realize that Bitcoin is not just a currency, it's a lot more than that. The actual words he used was, I thought Bitcoin was a lake, but it turns out it's an ocean of information. And I just thought that was really cool. He only got into Bitcoin in March of last year, so he's relatively new to it. And I wanted to highlight that because if you're watching and if you're new to Bitcoin, then it is an ocean of information. And now people are judging me for being a YouTuber in the corner. Oh God. Yeah, how do you accept payments here? How does that work?
You are allowed to accept Bitcoin for payments, and it's like a barter type of deal in the eyes of the law. So someone literally is allowed to pay me even in coffee if I want to. So this is 100% allowed. You just have to have like a separate accounting for it, and then you still have to pay your taxes in Bulgarian currency of leva.
So I could pay you in potatoes from my farm.
Yeah, that's not forbidden by the law. Yeah.
Or in bikes from my shop.
Yeah.
Anything. So you can just treat Bitcoin as that medium of exchange.
Yes.
And in Bulgaria, that's legit.
Yes, but again, it's not medium of exchange. It's literally just the barter deal. Yeah, that we're doing.
Yeah. For Bitcoin, you do it with a wallet, digitally. How does that work? Talk me through how does Dimitar accept payments tonight?
So we have the wallet Satoshi POS.
Nice. Okay.
And we route it to a different wallet. The payment. And the other thing is also obviously because we have the paper, the receipt, they have to match.
So for a small business like your own, it's a way of buying and holding Bitcoin in a way that you receive Bitcoin, sell that to yourself.
Yes, but from the company name to your personal name, meaning...
So you're not hodling in the company, you're hodling yourself?
Yes.
You're using the Wallet of Satoshi point of sale. Do you plan to use a non-custodial point of sale at some point? Because obviously Wallet of Satoshi is custodial, blah, blah, blah.
My view of custodial wallets is that there is a place for them. For wallet transactions, they lower the fees. So again, Wallet Satoshi to Wallet Satoshi, there is zero fees there. And my point is, majority of the customers here, let's say 80% or whatever, are using Wallet of Satoshi. And this is beneficial to all of us. The moment we receive too much Bitcoin, we have to take it off them. But for smaller amounts of money, and again, this is a different amount of money for everyone, but for smaller amounts of money, like the risk that you take is lower, is being outweighed by the benefit of zero fees.
You mentioned the couple earlier that walked in here and didn't know it was a Bitcoin bar. More and more people will come here because your reviews on Google are good. It's a nice looking place. It has it's a really nice bar. What's your approach to normal people that don't know about Bitcoin?
When random people enter, I do not bring up Bitcoin. I might mention, how did you stumble upon the Bitcoin bar and so on, but I do not try to orange pill them at all. If they ask me a question, of course, I'll be more than happy to answer and try to orange pill them. When someone becomes like a regular customer, then I would approach him. Because I feel like if I'm too pushy, it might backfire. The person might be like, okay, I went once to the Bitcoin bar, I didn't shut up about Bitcoin, I just want to eat my burger, Like the moment we see that someone is actually enjoying the place, actually he likes it here, then I'll feel like I have the right to ask him, and then we can have a conversation. So outside we have the two Bitcoin signs. We have a Bitcoin Lightning Network ATM, which accepts coins and gives you back sats. We have Bitcoin artwork printed all across the whole bar. We have obviously this sign of Bitcoin. We have the larger one next to the bar, which is the main attraction of the bar. A lot of people just take selfies there. Then we have the Bitcoin board games, actually, which are a new addition to the bar. So we actually, for the past few weeks, we played only those ones pretty much. I'm trying to create here literally the perfect bar for myself, and then hopefully people also enjoy it. It's been challenging, it's been a lot of fun at the same time. The community is extremely supportive. They're visiting the bar as frequently as they can. Earlier when I said that it's the worst investment I ever made, financially wise, it really is true because I had to prepare this money, not just to open the bar, for everything that you have to purchase to open the bar, but also I had to prepare money, let's say a runway of at least 3-4 months, and eventually then continue preparing more money as times goes by, and to make sure that we're able to keep the lights on. But
thank God it's pumping, eh?
I absolutely agree, yeah.
It's the worst investment ever, but best experience?
Yes, you can say that.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me. I've just come into the lightning room because I'm observing what's going on, and it's just quite interesting. Plamen obviously doesn't miss any opportunity to try to talk about Bitcoin once someone has expressed an interest in Bitcoin. But my one concern is, the profitability of this place. Like Plamen brings up, it's going to lose money while it's starting out, but then it has to make money. With Bitcoin's price going up, obviously things are a lot easier right now, but creating a sustainable Bitcoin style bar when Bitcoin remains a very niche and misunderstood thing was clearly quite a big challenge. Plamen has huge ideas for this place. It's really cool to see. It's a really, really nice bar, and you almost wonder whether the Bitcoin stuff could put people off. I need to talk to some more punters, really, but there aren't that many punters here tonight. Everyone that's here that's a punter seems to be into Bitcoin, or tangentially, yeah, I've heard about it and thought, why not?
By the way, this Bulgarian football shirt and rather awful bucket hat are from the Bulgarian football team, Botev Plovdiv. Like the bar, Botev has also adopted Bitcoin in a meaningful way. Click this link to check them out.
So that is the Bitcoin Bar. Come check it out. TikTok.
next block. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying the Bulgarian Bitcoin Bar. Please click the like button, please click subscribe if you haven't already, and check out some of the wonderful other adoption stories I have about Bitcoin from around the world. Two quick people to thank. Firstly is planb.network to learn about all things bars, no, Bitcoin, and to continue your journey down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. And the second person to thank is Coin Corner, also watermarking my content. They are Bitcoin only and have been on the scene since 2014. They're a wonderful, wonderful company. Use them. Also, joke's on you, this is non-alcoholic beer, but cheers.